Hello, my name is Lydia, and I'll be talking about Manzanar, the Japanese internment camp. The Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941. On that day, the U.S. was officially entered into World War II. According to the National Archives, on March 29, 1942, under the authority of Roosevelt's Executive Order DeWitt, issued a public proclamation which began the forced evacuation and detention of Japanese American West Coast residents. Japanese were only given a 48-hour notice after being told that they could only bring what they could carry. There were 10 camps in total spread around the U.S. The most residents were in Tule Lake and Manzanar. Manzanar is located in California and held more than 10,000 people at once. There were 28 blocks and they were all split into 3 sections that held 8 people in total, so there were at least 24 people in one barrack. When the Japanese got there, the barracks were unfinished. There were holes in the roof and they had to sleep on straw mats. The buildings were tar paper shacks with no insulation. They only had the clothes on their back and what little they could carry. They had shared restrooms with no privacy. While some improvements were made, most of the people had to live this way for the next 3 years. People that refused to sign an oath to America were separated from their families and sent to Tule Lake, where the conditions were much worse than in the other camps. As the war drew to a close, many of the people that were at Manzanar were allowed to leave, and many returned to their homes in California. In most cases, their businesses were gone, and there were strangers living in their homes. Very few of the Japanese Americans that were sent to the camps were found to have any contact with the Japanese government, and even fewer were actually found to be guilty of spying. The U.S. government did a terrible thing, and the Japanese didn't deserve any of the terrible treatment and trauma.